I think when I look around, the thing that excites me more than anything else is the energy and the vibrancy of the young people that work in Abraaj and that have adopted this as being their engine and their mechanism for going forward in the future. So if you want to know where the future is in Abraaj, talk to the people that are actually crafting it.
This is the story of the Abraaj Group, told not by the senior management driving the business whom all the stakeholders are familiar with, but by the young people shaping its future.
Abraaj is a private equity firm
that manages around $7.5 billion
that exclusively invests in global growth markets.
We've returned around $3.5 billion to our investors.
We not only invest in emerging markets, but we are basically from the emerging markets.
Abraaj has invested back in the region from where the money has been raised. People feel that you're giving back to the community and it's sustainable in the long term.
When you find an economy that's growing a lot faster, then it also implies that your profits can grow a lot quicker within a shorter period of time.
These are the markets where the demand for all types of service and products is increasing.
And each of these markets, individually and collectively, provide phenomenal investment opportunity to make fantastic returns for investors.
25, 30 cities, all of which are in these global growth markets, are going to drive the majority of that growth. We happen to operate 80% of these cities. They're in our target regions, they're in our target markets.
We look for profitable companies with a proven business model that have been growing historically. Because of Abraaj's global reach, we're able to really open doors for these companies that they couldn't have accessed otherwise.
You're mostly dealing with people who have created companies from scratch and want to maintain these companies and want to grow them, but also want to take part in doing so.
Abraaj has strong, well-rounded professionals in the country where it operates. They actually know the market, know the region, and can work together with the management teams to bring value to each of our portfolio companies.
From Aramex, which was Abraaj's first investment in 2002, through to the exit of Archibaldum in 2012, and a current investment portfolio which numbers over 150 partner companies, including Brookside Dairy and SMG, what follows are examples of true value creation.
Aramex is an integrated logistics firm based out of the Middle East.
We were a small company on a big exchange from a region that was volatile. And then Abraaj came. We felt that they were part of the team. It was teamwork. This was a leveraged buyout. So there was a financial and a fiscal discipline that we needed to bring into the company that Abraaj brought.
One aspect was to put in place the governance that allows you to take on the initiatives of growth and allow you to list on an international exchange.
Exits are as important as entries in private equity.
In 2002, this company had an EBITDA of 8.8 million. And this was more than doubled by the time we exited in 2005. It was approaching the 20 million mark. So the net result is a very successful IPO, oversubscribed with an IRR of 68% to Abraaj.
Brookside Dairy is the leading dairy operation throughout East Africa.
Brookside has actually managed to attain double-digit growth recently when an opportunity presented itself to buy the second largest brand in the market. So I would say that the partnership has actually been quite successful.
Over 200,000 people actually derive a livelihood in Kenya from our operations.
Every 4 years or so, we are actually doubling in size. This time, we're actually tripling in size.
They are an excellent example of embedding ESG into the business model for the benefit of the business and for the long-term sustainability of the company.
Stanford Marine Group consists of the offshore supply vessel business under the name of Stanford Marine and the shipbuilding ship repair business under the name of Granville.
We first rejuvenated the fleet. Second, we acquire single asset vessels. And third, put in place a new build program that enabled the company to grow in Southeast Asia and East Africa in key vessel segments.
Abraaj is a catalytic investor. They set the goals. When they took over, the turnover of the company was $85 million. Today it is $220 million.
The company is looking to grow in favorable markets in Southeast Asia or in West Africa, which happen to be markets where Abraaj is also present in.
Acıbadem is the largest and most respected private healthcare services network in Turkey.
The business achieved excellent financial performance.
We have seen our bottom line measured in terms of EBITDA to grow 4 times.
We initiated a sale process and ultimately we decided to move forward with Khazanah Nasional and IHH Healthcare of Malaysia. We worked very closely with IHH management on the IPO of IHH. It was a $2 billion IPO. It ranked as the number 3 IPO year to date at the time of the IPO.
Whilst generating superior returns for our investors is always front of mind, we are a firm that understands that sustainability, good governance and responsible investing are a key part of creating value.
From the very start, Abraaj has always invested in a wide range of community programs. But over time, we realized that much of our work was very much related to entrepreneurship. And as a result, our social investing program evolved as well.
The entrepreneurs that we're investing with, every single one of them is having a profound impact. It strengthens the private sector, it allows for diversification, and most importantly, it allows for local entrepreneurs to get capital to build strong local businesses.
Abraaj aims to have a sustainable impact on the communities around it. As an example of the group's commitment to nurturing stakeholder relationships, it convened the celebration of entrepreneurship in Dubai in 2010. This was the largest gathering of entrepreneurs ever held in the region, becoming a real forum for job creation and business opportunities, the effect of which still ripples through the region today.
I expect Abraaj to be the most relevant private equity investor operating in global growth markets, continuing to deliver on our top percentile returns for investors, while also increasingly engaging in the communities in which we operate to become a key agent of change.
I think what distinguishes us is we're in the right markets at the right time, we're staffed by the right people, and we're a business that's very focused on creating value, not just for ourselves, but for the entire group of stakeholders with whom we're engaged.